Hey people, I want to touch on an issue that is very sensitive to me because I'm going through it, been through it, raising two children on my own, and there's times where I get very frustrated and angry. There's times when my blood boils for the simple fact of I never made these children on my own. My kids never asked to be here. So why have they not got that other constant father, the other constant parents in their life? I mean, it could be based on a single father or single mother. In my case, single mom. And I just feel like, me as a mom, regardless if we as a relationship break up, my kids will always come first, regardless who's in my life at present. I'm going to make sure that my relationship with my kids is consistent. You know what I mean? I've got a son and I've got a daughter, and I've did a damn good job of raising my son by myself. There's a saying what people say, you can't, obviously as a woman, you can't raise a man. As a woman, I can't really raise a boy to be a man. I can do my best and try and steer him in the right direction. Hopefully he be the best man he can be in his adult life. But sorry, notification. That's a thing where I feel like a father should be there to raise a son, even if you're not with the child's mother. You should have your input. You should know what your child likes. You should know your child's favorite color. You should know your child's school education and what's going on in his life, vice versa in your son or daughter's life. You know what I'm saying? And in my situation, I really get mad, I get angry, and it's been going back and forth for years now, where at first I used to run up my mouth and I used to be like, you need to come and do this, you need to come and that. That's because I felt sorry for my children, and obviously I wanted them to have that input of their father. But then it got to a point where I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do for my picnic them, you get me? And if you see my kids, listen, my kids don't need for nothing, I'm telling you, you get me? And it's not even all about the money thing. This is what I'm saying. You need to be there for your children emotionally, socially, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? You need to be there on all types of aspects. It's not just about, I'm gonna give you some money and that's it. You get me? Me as a mom, a single mom, obviously whatever my kids want, me. You get me? So in terms of the father being around, I would prefer the father to be around just to have that bond. You know what I'm saying? With my children, it's got nothing to do with the money, because I've been looking after my kids for years on my own, so I ain't looking at nothing after you, because I know my kids is blessed regardless. You get me? But then it pisses me off when people have pitney about the place, you get me? And fair enough, you move on. Obviously, if you want to plant more seeds or whatever you want to do, but don't forget about the kids what you had before. And this is an issue. I'm talking to things now, because who knows me, and I can't make things rest on my chest. If I feel a way or something, I have to talk it. So with my baby father, we've had this issue over and over again. It's like I'm a broken record, to the point where I can't even look in his face to rascal. Because at the end of the day, if you can't be a father to my children, I can't rate you. I can't rate you 100%. I can't rate you. Me and you really ain't got nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? If you're not dealing with your kids right, you know what I mean? So I don't understand why these men think that they can have pitney and then forget about their other kids. But at the end of the day, it's a thing where my kids now, they don't ask their dad. My daughter, she's still young, so you know what I'm saying? She doesn't understand, but my son knows. Whatever he wants, really, he comes to me. You get me? Or he even tries to save and get it for himself now, because he knows that he's got one parent that he can rely on, depending on like that. There's no bond with him and his dad like that. You know what I'm saying? Where they're talking on the phone, or, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing like that. And I tried for so many years to try and keep that instilled after we broke up. But it's just like fighting a losing battle. You know what I'm saying? So men out there, and this could go for women out there as well who's not got custody of their pitney or whatever, just try try and keep that bond with your kids, because by the time you blink, your kids have grown up. You know what I mean? Your kids are grown up. And then when you're old and grey, who's going to look after you? You get me? Because if you weren't there for your kids like that, your kids ain't going to fart about you when you're old and grey. You get me? I mean, so I swear down, this is a topic what is so sensitive to my heart, because I'm passionate. I'm passionate when it comes to my kid and my kids. And as I said, they didn't ask to be here, so they should have two parents, regardless if they're not together or not. You know what I'm saying? In my case, you're not dead. My baby father's not dead. You get me? He's not locked up for years. You get me? He's down the street and he's got the time, but he chooses not to. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good look. That ain't a good look, I'm telling you. You get me? As I said, make time for your youths, people, because by the time you blink, them grow up and them go about them business. And at least they can say, I mean, in terms of my mum, then, obviously, as an example, growing up, and obviously, my mum and dad split up, divorced, whatever, and it was my mum. You get me? Anything, even up to this day now, you get me? My mum, anything I need, it's my mum. My dad's there, but he's on the back burner. You get me? He doesn't even live in this country. You get me? So, like, if I need anything, my first point of call is my mother. You know what I'm saying? And she's always been the one parent that I can rely on. But it's fuckeries, because it shouldn't be like that. Because, as I said, I've got two parents. But sometimes the cards what life deals you is fucked up, man. You know what I mean? You get some fucked up cards, but nah, I just had to kind of woosah and get that out there, you know what I'm saying? And you know what as well I'm going to mention in this video? I do believe, yeah, that CSA should automatically take money out of people them wages or benefits, you know what I'm saying? Because if you, as a man, some man ain't got no conscience, you know. Some man ain't got no conscience, because if you know that you ain't with your woman, your baby mother like that, yeah, you're not with her, yeah. You don't live under the household. You know she's got kids to support, light bill, food, clothes, and you can get your money and not give her a pound. You get me? You not even give her a pound. You know what I'm saying? How do you sleep at night knowing that obviously your kids are out there and you're not giving nothing to contribute? So I do believe that the government should take it straight out of people and wages. So that's my car light. Oh, God. Take it straight out of the people and wages. I don't know if you can see me now. But, yeah. What's going on with my car light? We're going to have to end this video here. But, yeah, man. At the end of the day, all the mans need to fix up, star. Trust me. Oh, turn my engine. Yeah, all the mans need to fix up. And all the baby mothers what ain't got on a pitney. Because it's not easy. People might think being a single parent is easy, but it is not. When your child's always calling mum, 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 you get me? Like, you just learn to adapt to it, but they should have two parents to call upon. And I've been there many a times where obviously I felt down, I felt depressed, because obviously it's just me one, you get me? But obviously, regardless of what, I do what I can for my pitney them, and as I said, my pitney don't want for nothing, you get me?